What's up, everybody? Welcome to Little Coffee Chats with Zach and Kailey. My name is Zach Mann.
And I'm Kailey Mann.
And welcome.
And it's August. And can I just say?
Yeah.
Salt air.
Oh, my God.
And the rust on your door.
How much do you think Taylor will charge us for that?
Oh, my gosh. No money at all. I just said 4 words or 5 words or something. Please don't come for me.
She'll find a way. She'll find a way.
I'm just performing. It's fine. It's totally fine. She doesn't need to come for us.
Well, how was your week?
It was a good week. What even happened this week? I don't know. My memory's getting worse. I'm catching it from you. I don't remember what happened this week.
Well, aside from August happening, you've been ready for August 1st, so you could sing that song over and over again, I think.
I've been counting down the days.
Yeah.
It's my favorite song. It's one of my top 10 favorite Taylor songs. If not in my top 5, I can't remember my ranking. But I look forward to August so I can listen to that song nonstop and so I can listen to Folklore nonstop.
I feel like August has turned into It's Gonna Be May. Do you think that's the same now? Because that was probably the first version of that, right?
You're so right. It is.
It is.
Oh my God. And thank goodness I'm over It's Gonna Be May. So.
Well, May is in the rearview mirror. We have lots of time.
May is long gone.
What have you been watching or listening to? Anything that's been like...
Oh my God. Well, aside from listening to Folklore, I have been we watched it this week, The Hunting Wives on Netflix, which is based off of a novel by May Cobb and turned into this fabulous TV show. I never read the book, actually, but we watched the show this week, or at least I watched it. Zach kind of slept through some of it.
I sleep through a lot of shows.
I know. And I have to proceed. I can't just stop, especially if I'm really enjoying it. I have to keep watching it.
It's one of those things where at night when it gets dark,
so
it's when I begin to get tired. But I'm up earlier than you are. And so it isn't really fair. But honestly, the summer months are my best. And so it's going to get worse. I mean, think about fall when it's like literally 5 p.m. and it's dark out.
No, you're ready for bed. You're kind of like at your worst. You don't like it. You do not like fall through winter because you know you're just tired from like 5 p.m. on.
I like how we just, once again, skipped so fast away from our Netflix show because last week we were talking about 2 shows, Hitmakers and Building a Band, that we were like about to talk about. And we literally went on a completely
Okay,
side.
But I do want to talk about The Hunting Wives.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, we have like zipped through some of these shows.
Sorry we have chemistry. Yeah. Sorry we have banter.
We have good chat.
We do.
I think that's the one thing that we have.
We have that.
At like A+. We have great chat. Okay, so, well, I want to make a bigger kind of a statement about Netflix. Like, sometimes Netflix can drag. There's like nothing on Netflix for months, it seems like. And then all of a sudden, you're kind of brought back in. And I feel like the music doc stuff got us first. We were like kind of at a doldrum.
Yeah.
Oh, no, actually, it's not that. No, it was the quarterback show.
Oh, love. Because as you know, I love the NFL.
Yeah. So that was like it. That pulled us. And then it turned into the music stuff. And then turned into the Missing Amy or Amy is Missing doc about we talked about that a little bit.
Yep.
Not a lot.
The woman who fell off a cruise. I think.
Which that was like our whole cruise ship thing with Leo. And then now The Hunting Wives, which I think is like showing a little bit about what Netflix is seeing as maybe more adult fare. If you want to like go into that.
Well, Netflix, I'm looking at you. Thank you for treating us like adults. Because we have seen so many shows recently, and most of them back away from things like nudity and sex and people behaving badly, quote unquote. And it was so refreshing to sit down and watch this show and continually be surprised. And I'm grateful. And I think it's especially bold in the times that we're living in right now where trad wives are all of the rage. So to see like women getting to have lots of different types of behavior is so refreshing to me, and we need more of that.
I would totally agree. And I think that it's funny because shows that are doing really well would be like the Mormon Wives show. And that's about Mormon wives behaving badly.
Yeah, they also treat each other terribly. So
look, the trad wife thing is going to explode magnificently when some huge controversy happens around some of the big influencers. It always happens that way. I mean, a lot of people pontificate a lifestyle that they actually don't live. Behind the scenes, they're actually not what they, proclaim on the exterior.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. And anyone that actually, we say this too, it's like, if you have to say you're a good guy.
You're a bad guy. You're not a good guy. Oh, I'm a nice guy. No, you're not. If you're saying it, you're absolutely not a nice guy.
Right. And if you're saying that you're a trad wife or that you're like, there's something about that world that you're saying, it can feel maybe forced and not really real at all. And, I think we'll find, and it's okay. By the way, you can live however the fuck you want. But I am very adamant against people saying that one version is better than another. That's where I get a little upset.
Yeah, I think anytime you're trying to keep up a certain appearance, you will reach a breaking point. It can happen no matter what end of the spectrum that you're on. If you're trying to if you are into more of the trad wife lifestyle, like making everything and raising the kids and looking perfect all the time, there's another end of that spectrum that's exactly the same, which is like Real Housewives, basically. You're going to break at some point.
Right.
Because it's too much pressure.
Right.
I think.
Right. Well, speaking of pressure, Hunting Wives.
Hunting Wives.
Kailey, so is the show about wives that hunt?
Yes.
Kind of.
It kind of is. Okay, so I didn't know anything about it before I started watching, and I thought we have this outsider who's played by Brittany Snow. Of course, I think her name is Sophie on the show.
Yeah.
She's the outsider to this group of Texas women. They're very the societal it girls in their little town. And Malin Ackerman plays the queen bee. Of course, I don't remember that character's name either, but I'm so happy to see Malin back on my screen and Brittany Snow. Yeah. Just huge wins for these actors. And I really thought that the outsider would be joining this group where they do something really weird regularly. There's this novel called Bunny where it's a similar thing, but it's about this group of friends, and these girls actually turn their love interests into animals. Anyway, I thought it was going to be something really crazy, and it is, but they're hunting in a way that you wouldn't expect, or they have intentions of hunting one way, and then because they have guns, they can use them in other ways too.
Right, and they hunt in lots of ways, I think, too. It's there's traditional hunting where it's they have guns and they use it to hunt animals. Or
what women love is having a common enemy and hunting each other. Right. So,
and then hunting also with being maybe cougars on the prowl, hunting young boys.
Yeah,
I caught that one too. So it's a lot of different huntings, and I think what I liked the most about the show, although again I slept through a lot of it. I'm sorry, but what I liked about it is that they treated the audience like adults. Even though I don't want to be an adult, I don't feel like I'm an old person, an adult at all.
Well, even when we were teens, we were watching the most sexualized, risque stuff, and media has gone so far away from that. It's refreshing to me to see that again on my screen.
Yes, and I think it's however you want to look at it from the perspective of the actors doing. I know we've gone really conservative, and we've really looked out for actors too, and how their performances and what they're being asked to do on screen. You could tell that the cast was really believing in the project, in the characters, the directors, everyone about it. It felt really authentic, and they had a lot of fun with it, it seems like. And it comes across really well as this is a show that is a little bit raunchy.
Yeah.
And that's fun.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit risque, and I think that's good.
I think that's good too. I mean, we watch a lot of Apple shows, and they don't always go all the way there too. And we'll be like, come on. But as I said the other night at dinner, The Hunting Wives, I haven't seen as many nipples as I have since on my TV screen since Game of Thrones. And thank you for coming back. Also, I wonder if part of why they were so comfortable with each other, because it's mostly a set of women, and spoiler alert, a lot of the sex scenes are women together.
Yes.
And no men, so go figure.
No, I honestly, I think so for sure. I think as we get to more representation, I think it allows these stories to be told in ways that maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, there wouldn't be as many confident actors to do that, because that's going to be a crew that may not make them feel comfortable, or we've come a long way. And now I feel like there's some of this like sexuality reclamation that's happening. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and something I appreciate about this show, like sexually and like behavior wise, is that it's not so binary, and there is a spectrum of like, we love to be like, this is good and this is bad, or she's straight or she's lesbian or whatever. It's like, well, there's a spectrum of behavior and there's a spectrum of sexuality, and you don't have to fit yourself into any one thing, and we don't need to siphon off good versus evil necessarily. It's like they could have good intentions and they kind of messed up or whatever.
Right.
To me, I love seeing that. I think it becomes more and more difficult to portray depending on like what's going on culturally. And we have a lot of like, we really want to see things in black and white right now. And I don't know how much that helps us.
Right. Yeah, no, I totally agree. It did that. And as you watch the show, our friend Raleigh, she was watching it and kind of was a big inspiration to like kind of put us through a little bit, at least for me.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Okay, we should really watch it.
Yeah.
Because she was watching it and was like, yeah, it's like, go for it. And then actually, she hadn't finished it yet. When I messaged her the other day, like, oh, we finished it. Oh, I'm not done yet. I'm like, okay, hurry up.
I flew through this thing.
But I do think it's resonating with audiences.
Yes.
Because for every show about like, that's currently kind of blowing up about the male gaze, Taylor Sheridan, where women are looked at as like just sex objects and have no sexual control of like they're sexualized without having their own sexual kind of being. Then to have a show like this where it's like these women are extremely powerful in their sexuality. They own it, they control it, they can use it for pleasure or use it for power.
Yeah.
And in some of the Taylor Sheridan world, that's really a lot what's happening on the content is like women are actually more like objectified and like they don't have a lot to offer but sex.
That's a whole other topic for another day. Because I have a lot of opinions on that. I can't wait for Landman season 2. Landman.
I know, we watch it and we like it. And we'll talk about it.
I watch it for comedy purposes. Well, speaking of women who have a spectrum of behavior, we have to talk about the official ending of the Sex and the City franchise. I can't believe it. It's hard because I'm like, we've been here multiple times. I've done this after season 6 finale. I sobbed for like an hour after I watched that final episode. I did it after movie 1. I thought, okay, that's it. That's all we're getting. I did it after Sex and the City movie 2. And then I thought like we would never get to see these characters on our screens again. And then, And Just Like That was released, I think in 2021 or 2022. And for as flawed as the show is, I always felt grateful that I got to have more time with these characters because they mean so much to me. And this, I know, is a final goodbye. Like these are the last 2 episodes coming up. That's going to be it. Like we're never going to get more from this franchise ever again. And to me, it's very sad, devastating even. I understand that it's time, but this feels really final, and I don't like that.
Do you have anything to say to Carrie into the lens there for what she's brought to you?
I don't think I would be the person that I am with the aspirations and dreams that I have if it were not for Carrie Bradshaw. Genuinely, like from my personality, from the things that I've aspired to, from like me wanting to be a writer, although I kind of always wanted to be a writer, but Carrie really brought it to the next level where I was like, well, yeah, I'm obviously going to go to college to be a journalist and be a writer. But I always thought that would be in my own different way, not like journalism way, honestly. And that's why I started my blog. Like there are so many things that I don't think I would be if it weren't for Carrie Bradshaw, because she got to be a whole human on screen. She got to make some huge mistakes that we were really frustrated with her over, but you love her so much. And like the real people in your lives, when they make mistakes, you love them through them and in spite of those things. And she just got to be fabulous. My idea of friendship is so based on that show, and my idea of fashion and just everything. I really thought I was going to move to New York City after college because of the show. That didn't happen, but I'm grateful for something that allowed me to dream really big.
Amazing. I love that. I know it's going to be really emotional for you. And I feel like it's one of the only shows that's really come back that many times. I mean, so many of my favorite shows, either they just keep ticking like an animated show, like a South Park,
Yeah.
Even like the Daily Show.
Simpsons
I mean,
or
Jon
something.
Stewart is back on the Daily Show, which I never
Yeah.
imagined, but like narrative show, Sopranos, they were done.
Yeah.
There was no like real Sopranos, like and they can't do it anymore. The cast, unfortunately, it doesn't, it's just, you can't expect that everyone's going to, survive.
Yeah.
Life is life and it's tough.
I know.
So for you to have your favorite cast members, basically the entire lead cast, still be around to do this many years later is really special and really wild, regardless of what it turned out to be or wasn't. And you'll always have the original stuff that's this iconic, everlasting perfection.
Will I ever rewatch And Just Like That episodes? No. Probably not. But the first 6 seasons, just 6 seasons of Sex and the City are absolute perfection to me. And when we first started dating, you actually watched them. Like in that first year, you watched you watched all of Sex and the City.
Yes.
Why did you feel that was important to do?
Well, you had said that it was so important for yourself, for how you kind of saw yourself going through college and your first few years out of college and your professional career, and how you would watch it with your friends, with your mom, on your own. And it also like shaped a lot of your worldview and like ideas of certain things. And of course, some of these things are pretty small, but they're important.
Yeah.
And so it's fun to watch and see. And of course, as a man watching it, I think it's really good to watch. For me being a straight man, it was really good to watch because most of the characters portrayed straight, and so like finally straight women and what they thought about men, and that was really interesting and I think really important for people to see. And there isn't really like before Sex and the City, what was there? So it felt like also so fresh and so new, and it kind of created so many things like Girls and
Insecure,
and all these shows that like came.
City. I mean, a lot of
Yeah.
these shows would not exist if Sex and the City didn't open that door.
So it was really spectacular to see that.
Yeah.
And see kind of where all that came from, and see a little bit of your personality and go, oh my God, that's what you say, and that's what you think, and that's what you quote stuff, and yeah, it was really great to watch.
Yeah. I've felt that the movies and Just Like That were kind of above criticism in a way where I was just like, I'm just so grateful that I get to see them again, and I'll take any version of that I can.
Yeah.
But it's actually, oh my God, it's too much to think about.
Well, we'll talk about it more.
It is like so changed who I am, and I'm just really grateful.
We'll definitely touch on it when the finale happens, but
yeah.
But I think we've reached our favorite segment.
Well, yeah, but I also had a question for you.
Oh, you do?
I do have a question for you.
Okay.
So it's been a big week for what I'm calling like the new era of pop girlies in music. And Zach and I love to talk about like who's the next blah, blah, blah. A lot of times there is not a next. But I want to ask you, because like Chapel came out with a new song this week. We saw Olivia Rodrigo perform Lollapalooza, which we just watched on live streaming. We weren't there.
Yeah.
Sabrina has a new album coming out soon. Renee Rapp released a new album this past week. So I have a question for you, which is...
Oh, boy.
So I don't think any of them will become the new XYZ, but which of these pop stars is most likely to have the staying power of a Lady Gaga or a Taylor Swift or a Beyonce? Just the staying power, okay? Chappell Roan, Sabrina Carpenter, Renee Rapp, Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay, so Olivia Rodrigo had her sophomore album come out after her big hits, right? And it wasn't as good as her first album. So I think I can safely
For
say
you.
that Guts, well, true. But I think Olivia is more along the lines of a, by the way, the answer is I think all of them are going to be huge forever. I think they actually have the juice, all of them. But I think Olivia maybe feels more like a Katy Perry, where her best music is their first album and a half.
Interesting.
And I don't know if she has a lot left in her to be, well, because the driver's license is that good. It's hard when you do a song that good.
Is like the perfect song.
It's like, it's hard. And I don't know if going punk rock, I don't know if she's going to go the right direction to keep making the hits that I think will allow her to keep rising. Katy Perry's a huge star. Okay.
True.
So it's not like I'm not bashing her.
True.
But I think maybe the best top singles may not be in her future as much. I think Sabrina Carpenter, so much depends on the sophomore album.
Which is not even her sophomore album.
I know, but it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking like album after the blow up. What are you going to do next?
Yeah.
I think Sabrina is probably closer to what I think she could follow in the Taylor footsteps. Pop girly. Okay.
Okay.
No one's going to be, Taylor's insurmountable, Beyonce insurmountable, but like, I think she will have hits.
Yeah, I'm
longer.
saying staying power.
Hits
yeah.
longer, okay? And I think Chapel Roan will be the one that can reinvent herself more often, which then feels way more like a Lady Gaga. But also Lady Gaga had some of her best hits earlier in her career and has had a harder time making consistent hits throughout. But I think Chapel could, it's true. I'm just, we're just being real. We're being real. I'm breaking them down. So I don't know if, like, I don't think any of them can do what Taylor and Beyonce have done because they're just in a whole, they're in the God tier. But I do think that there is I think Sabrina has the best chance to maintain pop status. I think Chapel can reinvent a lot. I think Olivia may have peaked and can just ride some of those songs.
Ooh, interesting. I almost did not put Olivia in the category because she has had the sophomore album. She's been, kind of bigger for a little bit longer. And also I think kind of like because Daniel Nigro worked with her on that first album, Chapel got the boot for a second. I think something happened there. Anyway, my money is on Chapel.
Okay.
Because I think musically she's such a gifted singer and a gifted songwriter. And I think she understands music in a way that goes through so many different genres. And I think that will give her real staying power. I think Sabrina will have staying power in pop culture because she has the acting background too. So I think she'll be able to do a lot. She's such an entertainer. Like we saw her last year and she's just so great at commanding the stage and the audience and everything. But I could see her doing more acting stuff too. And so like staying in that way as well. But artistry wise, my money is on Chapel. Yeah.
Not a bad place. And I left out Renee. I think Renee's just going to be Renee. I don't know who that really is necessarily in the current market. I haven't really thought about it. Be like, who is Renee's like 45 to 50-year-old comp? I don't really have that right now. But I think Renee will be like, she will always be herself. She will lyrically, I think she's really fun. But also I don't think her sound wants to be as pop. I think she's okay with being a little bit on the fringe.
Well, she said that she wants to go more R&B, but she doesn't want to appropriate like music that she feels does not belong to her.
Yeah.
Even though her voice is so great in that area. Like she also has the Broadway background.
Right.
Which is crazy.
So Renee, super talented. I just don't think that again, if we're just talking like who's going to be releasing the most number one hits throughout their career, which Taylor and Beyonce have been able to do. Oof. That's why I was saying Sabrina versus the others.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
Chapel, yes, Chapel is incredibly talented and is pulling from a place that is so different than Olivia and Sabrina. And it shows in her music, in her way she performs, the way she dresses and shows herself on stage.
Yeah.
And her belief system, and that's that also works really well for a writer to like give, authenticity matters. So I do think like at some point Sabrina could become, there's the biggest fear for a pop star today is that you go too far towards, and again, Katy Perry did this, Dua Lipa is doing this too, where it's like you're just chasing a pop sound and it's like, wait, where'd you go?
Right.
But like you had a personality. Katy
And a
Perry,
point of
I kissed a girl
view.
and I liked it. Okay, that's a personality that was like, who was saying that? No, at the time, not a lot. And then it's like, okay, now you're just like, where'd you go?
Right.
It's like you're just singing songs about making people dance. And it's like, ooh, like we already have that. We don't need like a 50-year-old doing that anymore at some point. Like what do you, but like how do you, but
Tell that to Cher.
share. But you're right. Like you can, but Cher's albums aren't mass smashes. It's like she had a song that came out when she got older. That was
Believe.
like, who would do who do you think has the chance to do that Cher song when they're 50?
Chapel.
Chapel, yeah.
I just see that.
Yeah. I do too.
I almost included your number one celebrity crush, Gracie Abrams. Well, actually, it's either Casey or Gracie. I don't know who's number one. Two brunettes. I wonder how I feel about that. But Gracie, I just don't think she's developed enough yet to like talk about this.
I agree. I was going to say that. She's not there yet to even talk about that.
I really feel like her first album is very like debut Taylor, where if I were listening to Taylor's debut album, I wouldn't be thinking super long term yet. I just need to give it a little bit more time.
I agree.
Love you, Gracie, though.
I agree. I think she's amazing. I just don't think I can say anything about what her next phase will be, really. I think the world is her oyster as far as like music goes. I think she can sing anything, and I think her fans like adore her and love her, but she needs to have that next album needs to bring
A
it.
lot is riding on the sophomore album.
A lot. Okay, well, we need to move on.
Okay, sorry.
To sip on this
Yeah.
because it's my favorite segment of the show.
All right.
And we have the music playing in the background. Sip on this. Sip on this. And Kailey, I think I want to go second.
Okay, fine.
So tell me, what is your sip on this of the week?
Okay, my sip on this of the week is I believe we need a rebrand of doom scrolling. Everyone says doom scrolling for all types of scrolling on social media. And I'm actually a proponent of, I'm going to call it joy scrolling, which I am deeply addicted to TikTok, but I'm looking for like the next thing that's going to make me laugh, or like, I don't know anywhere else where I can scroll and learn things about Taylor Swift and then Beyonce and then a cool recipe and then an amazing sweater and then like the shoe of fall 2025 and a place I want to go to in Paris. And like it is, my FYP is my brain and my interests. And it's so fun for me. It's like never like this anxiety scroll. So I just am a proponent of utilizing social media in a positive way. It doesn't mean it's doom scrolling. We need to call it joy scrolling. That's what I think.
Okay, well, I think maybe there's a better name for that even then. Like, I think we need to make a better name than joy scrolling.
Okay, great.
Like
Then
joy,
what?
like joyling.
Joyling?
Well, we need like you know what I mean? Like, think about this. Google worked really well because it was easy to say like,
Joyling.
Google that. Like, oh, that sounds fun. I'll Google it. Right? So we need like a joyful scrolling.
It's the double O, like the doom scrolling stayed because it has the double O of Google.
There we go. So we
What
gotta
is
do a
it?
joy one. But maybe the joy's...
Jewel scrolling.
What'd you just say? Jewel?
Trying to turn joy
Jeweling.
into something.
Jeweling. No, there's already a jewel.
Jeweling
Oh
is
no.
a vape.
I think we need to work on this.
Okay,
But I agree, and I love
gonna
that.
workshop it.
I do think, look, there's nothing that excites my dad more than to lay on the couch and scroll TikTok. By the way, his TikTok feed, I don't think has ever seen a like or a comment or a share. He just scrolls. So whatever his account is, the algorithm is just man laying on couch scrolling. And that's what he sees.
But it's going off of watch time, how long he watches videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he just gets the most joy. And apparently he was actually at Little Cup on Vashon talking to my friend's parents about TikTok and explaining to them what TikTok was. And his answer was basically like really funny dog and cat videos and music or something like that. And I was like, okay.
That's his feed.
And that's not really what TikTok is, but it
No,
kind of is.
it is to
but for
him.
him, yeah, he just Jules. He's He's a joiler. A joiler.
Oh my God. Okay, no, it's not working.
It's not working. Okay,
Cutie, what's your sip on this?
So my sip on this, and this could be a controversial take, and I'm not afraid of it, but I think there is almost nothing better in the entire world than watching your dog sleep.
Aww.
And I'm wondering if it's more enjoyable to watch your dog sleep than if you had children watching them sleep. And that's what I'm questioning, because I feel like dogs sleeping, because a dog, especially a puppy sleeping, requires so much work. Like a puppy, right, is awake and a menace. They're biting you. They're pooping everywhere. They're like, it's a mess, right? But when your puppy is sleeping, it's like, oh my God, thank God. If your infant is sleeping, well, it's pooping in a diaper.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
It sleeps a lot. It can't run around yet. So like it's okay to be held and sleeping and this and that. Like it's much easier. And so sleeping, although enjoyable, I'm assuming as a parent, which I'm not a parent to a human child, must be nice to watch your baby sleep. Sure. But your puppy sleeping is like, finally you can maybe pet it. You can look at it. You can get close to it while it's not going absolute apeshit.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's an interesting take. I will say we can't really have a good informed opinion on this because we don't have a human child. We just have Dolly. But Dolly is like, she's a unique kind of dog where like the only time we really can pet her and get up in her face is when she's sleeping. She has so much zest and energy, and she's just not a cuddly girl. And she just is so sweet when she is completely done for the day. She's just toast. She can't even fight us at that point. She's like, whatever.
I don't know. I think that it's okay that we don't have a kid to make this statement, because I think there are a lot of people out there who have dogs and kids, and I'd love to hear their thoughts, because I do think that a sleeping dog is one of the most beautiful and sweet things to watch. Absolutely.
I think I've heard that people are also like mesmerized by watching their children sleep, or their babies sleep at least.
Well, and I'm going to posit this to you too. A dog that sleeps, okay, if it gets woken up, doesn't cry, right? It goes back to bed pretty easily, okay? Mm-hmm. But a baby that sleeps, you are desperately trying to keep it asleep. Therefore, you're not enjoying it as much. It's more of like, please stay asleep. So when you watch your dog sleep, you can actually be so relaxed and enjoy it and see it, versus a baby, you may be like more stressed out. Like, how's it sleeping? Does it sleep through the night? Does it need a bottle? Like all those things are, I'm sure, there for a parent.
You're really stressing me out right now just saying that. Oh my God. Oh, so scary.
No, I just think that like there's something really special about watching your dog sleep. I think is maybe the best thing you could ever do is watch your dog sleep.
All right. You know what? I support you and I support this belief. I'm scared for what people have to say, but I think it's the most peaceful thing in the world too. I just feel like for us, we're like, okay, we've done everything we could for her today.
Yeah.
She's finally done. And she can rest. Like she feels she can rest too, which I think for her, it takes a lot for her to get there. It always has, and it still does.
Yeah, even at 3.5.
Almost 4.
Well, this has been so much fun.
So fun.
And I love you.
I love you too.
Happy 10th episode. Congrats.
Happy 10th episode. Oh my God. Crazy. Wow.
Crazy.
The time really flies when you're doing this every other week, sometimes every 3 weeks.
Exactly. We want to thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing and sharing it with your friends. It's been really special. Yeah, it's just been a blast, and we can't wait to make tens and tens more.
Yeah. Gird your loins.
I now know where that's from.
Yes. Oh my God.
The Devil Wears Prada.
We rewatched that this week too. So.
Oh, we got to talk about that movie.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Especially with the second one coming out.
Exactly. All right, guys. We love you.
Okay,
Thank
love
you so much.
Bye. Bye.